Good day. So today's lesson is lesson 26, Visual Literacy, Advertisements Part 4. I'm Mrs. Swart and I'll be looking at an advert or two with you today just to give you a little idea of how we look at advertisements, how we address them. So remember the last lesson we said we would an advertisement wants you to react to a product or to buy a product. So we're going to look first of all at an advertisement that wants a reaction from you. So let's look at this. This is an advertisement against plastic pollution in the oceans. Now some of you are saying, but I don't live at the sea. Even though you don't live at the sea, this affects everyone because the pollution that we are committing here, I'm saying committing because it is like a crime. So what we're committing here is exactly the same thing that's going to affect the oceans. It can wash down with rivers, things like that. And who is the target market here, or the target audience, or the target group even? This is anyone who uses plastic. So it's anyone who has any contribution of any sort by using these products. We're going to look as well at figurative language, at the graphics and the font. You'll notice here with the font, the lettering, very big letters. They have pictures of the sea or the water with some plastic residue in. Stop ocean plastic pollution. There's alliteration here in plastic and pollution, the p sound, the plosive sound. Then we have onomatopoeia, and onomatopoeia is the imitation of sound, like the sound of the sea. Just listen carefully. Ocean plastic pollution. Shh, it sounds like the sea. You have that shh sound of the water. So that is onomatopoeia. It's imitating the sound of the sea. Figurative language is exactly what we've looked at now. Graphics are the pictures. We don't just have the large letters or font here. We also have things like, if you look there, we have the water that we can see is polluted. There we go. There's the no. Remember, we always see that cancels out. And what are we saying here? The stop is showing don't pollute. Yeah, we have different types of plastic that they're showing there. We have the ocean here with the poor little fish trying to survive. So they very cleverly have brought all of this in here, and they're not trying to sell a product. What are they doing? They're trying to sell an idea. They don't want you to pollute. Stop this pollution. You are destroying the oceans. Now I want you to buy a product. So what happens when you're selling a product? Yes, we have the AIDA principle. We look at this advert and we say, what is it that draws your attention? What grasps your attention? There are a few things. They have the size of the font. Clear skin starts now. We have this sign that says new. We have the products here. We have, remember, it'll be in black and white for school purposes and exam purposes. Yeah, we look at what keeps your interest here, because it says clear start and it says clear skin. And when you're a teenager, you often have problems with your skin. So what will you want to do? You want to use something that's going to sort out your skin, that's going to help solve your problems with your skin. And that is what that'll do. Then the D for desire, they want to get you motivated to buy the product, because they also tell you it's dermalogica clear start. So they're putting in a little bit of effort to show you that this is a product that has really been formulated by people who know what they're talking about. Action, they want you to buy the product. But now we're going to look at the advertising techniques, and we concentrate on three only. And the three we look at is figurative language, graphics, and font. Now let's look at the graphics here. Graphics, we know those are pictures. Yeah, we have a picture of the product. But graphics also includes the logo. And there you have the logo. It's the leaves. The circle with the leaves, that's your logo. And please remember, we need to know which sources are responsible for this. And the source for this could be a magazine, but there are other sources available as well that you can read a little bit more about. And some of you miss it and you'll say, how must I know? It's easy to know. You look at the bottom, yeah. You see there, at the bottom there, they're telling you it's on Facebook. And that was when Twitter was still Twitter. And then there's also other sources on the internet that if you go and type the name in, you will land up at the product. Then we have things like figurative language. Those are loaded words. And this loaded word here is new. Small print gives you some important information. And if it appears in an exam, it will be retyped by your teacher or whoever sets the exam so that it's clear and you can read it, that if you need to find an answer in it, you will be able to find it. Then we have things like the slogan where we say clear skin starts now. Okay, so clear skin starts now. We have alliteration, S of skin and S of starts. And then I want to point something out to you. The target market or the target audience or the target group, this is aimed at young people. And how do you know that? It's called clear start. You don't only start looking after your skin when you're older. You start when you are young. So this is someone just starting out taking care of their skin. So it's clear start. And look at the idea they've used here. They have all these large letters. The font is big and bold and clear. It's also almost like a mirror image style. It's not a mirror image because then one would be inverted. But it's a mirror image style or idea of the clear start. You see there, clear's running that way and start that way. And we have the different colors for the different products, which of course won't matter when you're writing exams because it isn't going to come to play because it's a color. Now, let's look a little further. Yeah, they haven't found it important to tell us, to use a young person with a beautiful skin or someone starting out, or comparisons. They have decided to go with their product and advertise their product. You see there. So that is important in the sense that they believe in their product. They have put in evidence to say that it's dermalogical, it's going to banish breakouts, it's formulated for teen skin. So those of you who weren't sure exactly who the target market would be, it would be your teenagers, teen skin, because they're just starting out, they have skin problems, and they will help you get your best skin ever. So have a look at things like that you're aware of what to look at. Don't just look at the big picture and think, okay, now what do I do now? Look at everything it offers and tear it apart. But remember the difference between a logo, which is like an emblem or a badge, versus a slogan, which is a catchphrase. Don't forget that. Then, I always tell you, practice makes perfect. You're going to click on the link below and you are going to complete your quiz. I know you can get this right. Remember, I always use the information that we have in our slideshow. So there's no tricks here. I'm not trying to catch you out. Make sure you remember that. Or you could also go to the QR code and you could enter the quiz that way, complete the quiz and have a look at how well you can do. So all the best with the quiz. Have a wonderful day and keep safe.